Happy New Year to all of you, and welcome to the second ever Kadic Impressions. It's kind of a sideshow to the Kadic Reviews, which will be having one proper review this week. But the reason we're doing the Kadic Impressions now is for Digimon Adventure Tri. Now, as you guys have learned from earlier videos, I am a huge Digimon fan. How huge? Well, let's just say in a previous video I explained it literally saved my life when I was going through a tragic period during my high school years. But one thing I didn't like is how Digimon Adventure 02, also known as Digimon Season 2, in English ended, and how Season 3, also known as Digimon Tamers, didn't pick up the traditional Digidestined storyline, instead opting for a darker approach with a new cast and a new continuity. Fast forward to last year. To mark the 15th anniversary of the Digimon franchise in both the United States and Japan, the original creators, the original cast, and the original animators, Toei Animation, got together to make Digimon Adventure Tri, a series of 3 different movie events. At first becoming exclusive to Crunchyroll Premium, but just now recently ending up on Hulu. This major movie has been split into 4 separate 30-minute episodes, entitled, the first movie, entitled Reunion, picks up a few years after the defeat of Venomyotismon, that's the English name Season 2 villain, by Kari and TK and their Digidestined group. But the original group is getting back together. And why? Because of a secret government organization bringing them back together to deal with infected Digimons. These infected Digimons are causing havoc in the real world. And it's up to Tai and the others to reunite, get their heads on straight, and deal with the new threat. But they've also met a mysterious new girl as well. The new character, there isn't much about her, but we can tell that she is a shy, intellectual type. That at least I can tell. But the major things you'll find out about Adventure Tri is its tried and true old school Digimon. This is the return of the old way. Literally. Everything that fans loved of the original 2 Digimon adventures have returned, and especially Adventure 1. And one thing you'll notice if you're an Adventure 1 fan is the loads of callbacks in Adventure Tri. From Kawagamon being the first Digimon on screen to Tai and Kari being the first 2 Digidestined to see them. How the characters act and interact. And even down to, yes, because it's the Japanese version, the evolved music and a brand new version of Butterfly, the theme song from the Adventure series. All the characters are properly in place and naturally evolved. Ty and Matt, using the English names rather than the Japanese ones, are perfectly within character here, especially. Ty, by my understanding of what I've seen, is going through what I like to call a mid-leader crisis. He's wondering, especially in episodes 3 and 4, whether what the Digidestined are doing here with the infected is actually the right thing to do, seeing the amount of destruction and trouble it's causing throughout Japan. Something that in the original 2 Digimon Adventures he never struggled with, which shows the evolution of age and the evolution of Ty's character. Let's just say by the end of episode 4, he comes to a temporary truce, but not to an outright decision. Meanwhile, the other Digidestined are perfectly within themselves. Izzy is still being a nerd. Matt is still strong-willed and understands his role in the team. TK and Kari's pseudo crush can kinda sorta be in question now, and now it looks like Mimi and Izzy might have a crush on each other as well, which was oddly implied in the sequel movie to Digimon the movie years and years back. No sighting, however, of the Adventure 2 add-ons, that being Davis, Cody, Yoli, and Kenichi Joji. Although their names come spookily up as the government organization who brought them back together, and has asked for their help, has also been spying on them for quite a few years, it seems. And then there is the new character. She's a Digidestined too. The reason for her being a Digidestined has not yet been disclosed, and whether she'll be the missing link to stop the infected from causing additional damage. On the technical side, the animation style seems rather bright and colorful and different, which some people may or may not get accustomed to. But me, myself, I found the animation style beautiful to look at. The new evolution scenes are impressive to look at, and the Digimon's sense of size and scope have never looked better. The animation almost looks semi-inked dried, giving this fine art approach to its animation style, although the human faces and figures do look rather disjointed. The voice acting is done really well, and at least from my experience by watching it on Hulu, it's been very well subtitled to this point. Most notably the music is awesomely reprised and done rather beautifully, but the biggest thing you'll enjoy about Tri is the character building and relationships, much like the previous 2 proper adventures. All the Digidestined bounce off of each other and play to their roles classically and respectively. As well, the Digimon fights themselves have never looked bigger, have never looked brighter, and have never had more stakes. Sure, Sure, there's only 2 episodes where the Digimon are actually rumbling, episodes 2 and 4 respectively of the first set, but if the fights are going to get any bigger in the future movies later this year, expect more fun to be had on the action side. But it's really the character development and the shadowy figures of Ty's mid-leader crisis combined with some early dreams that we see at the very beginning that Ty's having before he's woken up by Kari that may give us a hint into why Ty is so hesitant to jump back into the fight. Plus, thanks to Izzy, they also get some virtual technology as well as Ty's goggles get a technological improvement to see the digital space distortions in which the Digimon are using as pseudo digigates. Seeing that this series also acknowledges that the Digigate from Adventure 2 was closed off by Blackwork Raymon near the end of that struggle. To this point, Digimon Adventure Tri looks like an absolute worth the wait. But of course, where Tri is succeeding, there are still many questions to be asked, and most importantly, the ending to Tri must be paramount. Will the other Digidestined from Adventure 2 be acknowledged or completely retconned? What is the job of the secret organization? And what is their hopes really? And yes, even Jedi is involved. I won't tell you exactly how, but he's involved. And, as we've seen from future screenshots and teases, it looks like those Mega Evolutions we never saw in the series proper are headed our way later this year. So far, so good for the return of the true Digimon. Now, if we can only get the proper tamer sequel, I would be absolutely perfect. But, of course, this is just my first impressions. This isn't the full review. So we'll have to hit back later this year to see what I think of the next adventures and the return of Digimon proper. God knows I have my Digivice ready for those already. Until next time, I am Nirvana Sparkle. Find peace in your own nirvana and keep your goggles close at hand, everyone. Good day.